Hi, welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Nathan Shackelford, and I am an art teacher here at East High School. And I wish I could see all of you parents in person because it's one of my favorite things to talk to parents and see the people that are behind my awesome students. So it's unfortunate, but I'm going to try to give you a video that will help you to get to know me and our class, and we'll make the most of it. Um, First of all, I'm going to introduce myself, which I already did. Tell you a little bit about myself. I've been teaching here at East for 20 years, and this is my 25th year teaching art. I love what I do. I still love it, and I think I get a lot of energy from working with my students, who I think are the most interesting people. And I just enjoy seeing students engage with material and learn and gain skills that will lead to futures for them. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is class expectations, and I'm going to go over some basics that are going to apply to all my classes. The platform I'm using for instruction is going to be Google Classroom. And then we're using Google Meet for all of our synchronous sessions. And when we meet in class, I always like to see the students, so I ask them to turn their cameras on at times. And if students are kind of shy in that way, then some of them have communicated with me, and I am allowing for them to kind of warm up to that. So, but I do think it's important that we try to simulate an in-person class as much as possible. I like seeing students' reactions. I like to get to know what they look like and to know them. And then other things that would probably be beneficial for all my classes would include if you're in class and you have to leave the video call for a minute, just let me know so that I know that not to call on you during that time when you're gone, because that's kind of awkward. So, and then I usually have students contact me in various ways, but email is a good way to contact me. And parents can also email me, and I can answer emails at all times. I often will answer emails on the weekends or outside school hours, but it's hard to guarantee that I'll see those, but I do try. So if it's something pressing, I usually want to give a response as soon as I can. But you can expect that I'll respond definitely within 24 hours for a parent question. And I think that sometimes the things are more imminent and they need to be addressed as soon as possible so that skills and learning can continue. And then I think I'm going to leave off at this point and then go into specific classes, because my intro was kind of universal for all my classes, but then I'm going to get into things that are class specific. I want to talk a little bit about our film, animation, and new media class. We have had this program for about 10 years, I think 9 or 10 years now. We started it in, I think it was 2011 or 2012, somewhere in there. And so we're super excited about where we've come. The program has matured. We're having students enter into media programs in college, and we're starting to have them come back and tell us about their experiences. And so in this program, traditionally, we have ran the program in a Mac lab with Final Cut Pro, which is really an easy software for students to begin starting to edit and learning expert tools. And this semester, because of our situation, we have a little bit of just a twist that we are using Citrix, which is a server that the district owns, and it allows you to run Adobe products from your Chromebook, laptop, desktop. And this is definitely better than what we had last spring when we closed the school. We had nothing. And so, but we are having some growing pains as we're learning to use Adobe Premiere as our main editing software. It's the same, has the same capabilities as Final Cut Pro, but it just takes a little bit of a different learning curve. So we're working through that. And then we're also going to be using Photoshop to do some animation, and we may use After Effects as well. So those are all Adobe products that are available to us. And if you talk to your students, you'll know that we have been spending the last 3 weeks just kind of getting everyone into those and getting through the workflow. And it's been a little bit rigorous or arduous to get everything working, but we're committed, we're going to do it, and then we're going to be able to create all kinds of things. So our class, we just recently did a curriculum renewal cycle, and we thought about how do we want to change our courses, how do we want to update them. And we did change our name from video and new media to film, animation, and new media, because we felt like it described what we're doing a little bit better. So film, we look at cinematography, as in the way that we look at films and TV shows and things like that, how the camera is used, how that camera work is done. And so that's one of the things that we spend time on. And then animation, we have a couple projects that we do this semester related to animation. We go from making objects move to actually drawing them by hand over and over at traditional animation. And these techniques are being used in so many different fields right now. It's really important for kids to learn them. So, and we're finding that some of our alumni, they're giving information back to us from college. They're finding that, learning to use programs like After Effects has given them job opportunities outside of their college. In Chicago, people are finding work and things just because they know how to use these programs. So we know it's valuable, and we know that it's career focused. I think in our art wing, it's probably one of the between photography and film, I think that the most clear directions that we see for classes into careers come in these areas with photography and film. So that's very exciting. And normally during a semester, we'd be in classroom doing some of this work, in person. And so we're trying to simulate that as best as we can in our class. And it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm already seeing that the students are catching on and they're eager to make new things. And so I'm just grateful that we can work together still, and that we can create the things that we have in mind and just continue to grow. Please let me know if your student is struggling and if you need additional information or support. I'm happy to help. I love working with parents as well as the students to make sure that everybody can be successful. Thanks so much.